After a night of relative calm, violence has again been sweeping many parts of India. The latest official figures put the death toll at more than 300 and still rising. In Delhi alone, at least 60 people are known to have been killed. Curfews are in force in a number of cities across the country, and troops are patrolling the streets. India's Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, has condemned the violence as an affront to everything his mother stood for. In a renewed appeal for calm, he said it would weaken the nation at a time when it needed all its strength. And Mr. Gandhi gave an assurance that the government would do everything possible to protect the people. In our second report from Delhi, Mark Tully explains that the government is also having to deal with a growing number of rumours.
Rajiv Gandhi made an unscheduled television appearance just an hour ago. He said disgraceful incidents of arson, looting and murder have taken place. This must stop forthwith. He told Indians that the government would ensure the safety of life and property of citizens of all castes and religions. The government has also broadcast the denial of a report which has spread throughout Delhi that the capital's water supply has been poisoned. Many people claim to have heard warnings about the water supply being announced from loudspeakers last night. There has also been a denial on television of reports that a large number of railway travellers have been killed. But there have certainly been some cases of train passengers being killed. 11 bodies were found in trains running into Delhi today, and there's just been a report from a news agency that 17 passengers were pulled off a train and killed just 30 miles from Delhi. Several long-distance trains have now been cancelled.
The anti-Sikh riots were brought under control before Indira Gandhi's cremation. But the crowds she used to attract wherever she went didn't line the streets to watch her last journey. Fear of renewed violence kept them at home.
The funeral procession arrived early, and surprise to all of us, the cremation started early too. We'd thought that they would stick to the time of 4:30 local time here, because these times are normally decided on astrological considerations. There were very few people in the streets. It was a stark and sad contrast to the funerals of Mahatma Gandhi and, of course, Mrs. Gandhi's own father, Jawaharlal Nehru. The crowds were obviously kept off the streets by the violence and by the lack of transport. The bier was carried on a gun carriage through the streets. Mrs. Gandhi's body was covered with flowers and her face was open.
BBC News at 1 o'clock. The body of Mrs. Indira Gandhi has been cremated on the banks of the river Jamna in the heart of Delhi. Hindu priests chanted verses from the scriptures.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?